This week I'm back aboard the Embraer on what is possibly my most stylish quick hop to date. Aboard, yes, no pun intended, Air France Hop. I admire France's snazziest airport trash cans. Have no lounge access, so console myself with cheese pasta and chocolate mousse. And of course, my flight gets delayed. Well, as if you didn't know, I'm at an airport again. What a shock. Something that you're used to on this channel. Today at Paris Charles de Gaulle this evening to fly up to Frankfurt with Air France Hop. So come with me. I'm in economy at the moment. I have been offered a business class upgrade for £89. I am debating it, but I think we might stick in economy for this one with it being such a short flight. So come with me and I'll show you what Air France Hop offer on their regional flights up to Frankfurt. My hop flight today is departing from Terminal 2G, which is reminiscent of London City in its size and layout. There's automated machines available if you're checking bags, which are very easy to use, I might add. And after then, you simply proceed through to the security area and await your flight and departures. So, all through security, I think I've just upset somebody because security was a little bit fraught and tense. I'm always polite, always up for a quick chat and a how's your day, but yeah, not having any of it, so an interesting experience. Alas, put it all aside because I'm through security in under 5 minutes. Now I'm told that Terminal 2G is quite a small terminal and is just kind of for these regional flights. So I'm going to sort of have a little look, see if there's somewhere I can grab a coffee. There is a lounge, and it is an Air France lounge, so if I did that upgrade earlier, we'd have been entitled to that lounge. I might check what the cost is to go in there, but if not, I'll slum it with a coffee and wait for the flight. The waiting area is a little cramped and all congregates in this central area with shops and dining options dotted around the side. The robot cleaners are at it again and the trash cans are upcycled former trolley carts. I really do love the idea of these. So when to check the Air France lounge, you can't pay for access at this one in Terminal 2G. Now I'm not too sure if that is the policy or if he just couldn't be bothered because he sort of, didn't speak much at all, but it is what it is. I'm not precious. So I've come to X-Key, the same sort of chain that I had the lemon meringue pie at Gadnord when I got the Eurostar back to London St Pancras, and I've gone for a lemon tortellini, a bottle of Orangina to keep the French end up, and a chocolate mousse, and that came to a total of €20. So I call that boy math. I'm already up. So time for me to do a bit of work. I'm going to do some backing up, get all the stuff done that I need to do, and then we're going to get on that Air France Hop Embraer 170 flight up to Frankfurt. So I've just been cutting up a video whilst I wait because we've just had a bit of news that our flight is delayed by about 25 minutes, and as much as there's about 300 people in this airport waiting area, you could hear a pin drop, hence me whispering. So I've been cutting together the Vueling video, which when I flew from London Gatwick to Paris Orly, obviously that one's up already now, so a great time to plug it if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend watching it, especially if you want a low-cost bargain to get yourself across the channel to Paris. But yeah, we're about 25-30 minutes delayed now, due to depart at 21:10. So just sitting and waiting. But as soon as we get on board the aircraft, I'll start the review. Finally, we got the go-ahead to proceed to the gate G31, where we were told to await further information. Whilst walking to the gate, tonight's aircraft was upgraded to this new style Embraer E190, which was delivered to Air France Hop in August of 2019. Boarding followed the standard Sky Priority format from zones 1 to 5, with me being placed into zone 5, as I was on a basic hand luggage only fare. This is what you call a discreet update, but sat at the gate now, it's about 9:15. We should have been airborne at 20:45 off the top of my head. No updates, no communication. Somebody just stood at the gate kind of looking everybody up and down, but no kind of physical communication as to what's going on. I think I can see a maintenance van, a kind of engineering van, so never a good sign. But you know what? This hasn't happened for some time, so let's see what happens. Well, whatever happened, it's fixed. That's my good luck for tonight. We're about an hour down. I'll take that. So all aboard this Embraer E190 belonging to Air France Hop up to Frankfurt, and yes, slightly behind schedule, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, all is good. It's a really nice cabin. The seats are great, really comfortable seats, blue leather, and a really comfortable headrest, which is unusual for planes of this size. So yeah, I'll get settled in and take you on a little seat tour. The entire aircraft is in a 2-2 seating format, admittedly one of my favourites. The legroom is slightly above average and gets even better shortly. There's a drop-down tray table large enough to fit my laptop, USB-A and C charging ports available immediately from boarding, overhead air vents and individual reading lights, a coat hook, although I find this a little bit superfluous, a storage seating pocket with safety card, manual window blind, and this impressive leather-pillowed adjustable headrest. I'm a big fan. The seatbelts are branded, a nice touch, and to top it all off, the seats also recline too. Well, finally all aboard this Air France Hop flight up to Frankfurt on this Embraer E190. Not an E170 that I suspected earlier. Now my itinerary did say a 170, but we've got a 190. Slightly bigger, slightly longer. Despite the delay, obviously, I think we've still not really been told what it was, and it was a bit chaotic at the gate, but I think it was a minor engineering issue that's managed to be fixed whilst we were all waiting at the gate. But we're now all aboard. At this moment in time, the seat next to me remains free, and it's in a 2-2 configuration, so a bit more space to stretch out. There's one thing though that Air France Hop has impressed me on, it's the cabin and seat design. The detail is great, and the seats are just so comfortable. All upholstered in blue leather and just really, really comfortable with this amazing headrest. It's really cushioned headrest. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed, and I'm a bit of a fan, to be fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, your captain. Guten Tag, welcome aboard this Air France flight to Frankfurt main airport. We'll be soon ready to start up, waiting for the last luggage to be loaded. After a westerly takeoff, flight time about 55 minutes, nice flying conditions. Destination weather is fog, and the temperature 6 degrees. Thank you for your patience and your attention. I wish you a very pleasant flight.
sound, but all up in the climb, so we're about 1 hour, 10 minutes behind schedule. But you know what? It is what it is. I just wish that Air France Hop had committed to a bit better communication, because it hasn't been great. I mean, there has been bits of communication, so we're not talking Iberia level of communication, but it's certainly not been as good as I would expect. But all that now in the past, we are airborne and on our way to Frankfurt with a flight time of around 55 minutes. So we've been told that there's high-speed Wi-Fi on this aircraft, so I'll give that a little whirl in a second. Also not sure what level of service we'll get, whether we'll get anything at all on this short flight, or a bottle of water, or something else, so stay tuned. Okay, so the experience is completely 180'd. I love it when it does this because it surprises you. I thought, late departure, you know, staff didn't seem too interested, poor communication, and it's flipped 180. So Starlink SpaceX Wi-Fi fitted on this Embraer E190 jet. I've just done a speed test, 475 meg download speed. Absolutely insane. This is revolutionising the industry, and you can say whatever you think about Elon Musk. We all have our own opinions and we're all entitled to them. But you talk about that product, I don't think anybody can say it's not a game changer, especially within the aviation industry. Hence why so many airlines are going for it. Absolutely stunning. Didn't think we'd get any form of service, but the crew are absolutely on their A game and dishing out quick because, of course, it's such a rapid flight over to Frankfurt. So we've got a sandwich, which is a cream cheese and cucumber sandwich, and it's really, really tasty. And then a choice of drink from the bar, non-alcoholic drinks. So I've gone for a Coke Zero. I would have done anyway, but just in case you are the type that likes a little dram of alcohol. But yeah, absolutely game-changing 180 experience on this flight, really. Good Wi-Fi, really comfortable seat, and a nice little service, sandwich and drink, on a super short flight. What's not to love?
Your captain, we start the approach to Frankfurt, Main. We'll be landing in about 20 minutes. Should be at the stand on the hour 11. And weather is fog and the temperature 6 degrees. Thank you.
Well, you just heard it from the horse's mouth. It is pretty much over. We're about to start our descent, landing in just under 20 minutes' time into Frankfurt. So it's been a quick one. I've shown you everything I can on this flight, but if you're thinking about taking a regional flight in France and Air France HOP becomes an option, I'd say hop on it, pun unintended. And if it is slightly more than a low-cost carrier, I'd say it's worth it. If it's significantly more than a low-cost carrier, then you might want to reevaluate your options. But certainly for me, if this was 30, 40, 50 euros more, I'd absolutely pay that extra just for the Wi-Fi, for the little snack and drink service, and to have that flexibility to keep working on board for me is a game changer. So yeah, so from about 10,000 or however many thousand feet we are today, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little look around Air France HOP on the Embraer E190 service from Paris Charles de Gaulle to Frankfurt, Main.
messieurs, bienvenue à l'aéroport de Francfort, il est 22h47. Vous pouvez dès à présent désactiver le mode avion. Votre ceinture de sécurité doit cependant rester attachée jusqu'à extinction.
So while this Air France hop flight did get off to a delayed start and with very little communication on the ground, once on board the experience was genuinely impressive. The hard product feels modern and well thought out, the catering was solid for a short haul hop, and having SpaceX Starlink Wi-Fi on board is a real game changer. It's fast, it's stable, and it shows where regional flying is heading. Sort out the ground communication and Hop has a seriously strong product in the sky. Now feels like the perfect moment to ask, if you're enjoying the adventures so far, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and come along for the ride with a growing community of fellow travellers.